Hey, welcome to WKN Podcast, where we talk about anything, everything, and some things, not always.
Nothing.
And some things we don't want to talk about.
Yes. These are our hosts,
Sylvia.
Stacy.
Dustin.
and I'm Thomas, and our special guest for today is
Joe Oblick.
what's happening?
Or
Hey, guys.
how do we know you? What do we know you as?
You know me as Obi-Wan.
Obi, yeah. So anytime someone
Obi-Wan.
says Joe, I'm like, who? Oh yeah,
Who are you
Joe.
talking about?
Joe.
Oh, Obi. That's who
Obi.
you're talking about.
Obi.
So before I
Which makes
forget,
sense because I didn't know your last name, so that makes sense
Yeah.
even more now.
It does.
Oblick.
Yeah.
Obi. Yeah.
That totally makes sense. I just thought maybe you were like a giant Star Wars fan.
a little bit.
I was a
Maybe
giant
maybe
what?
he's both.
I mean, hold on. Is that what you have in the back there?
That's why I said that's what's his
Yeah,
background.
I was gonna say he doesn't have to
Yep.
just be one. He could be a giant Star Wars fan and have a cool last name.
Yeah.
That's true.
Both.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both.
All the
That's true.
above. But hey, before I forget, hey, Obi, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh. I am drinking I don't even know what you call it, but it is a black cherry Canadian Windsor with 7-Up.
Ooh.
Interesting. Did you buy lots of those since Canada's mad at us?
I was gonna say you might not be able to
We
get some
got
anymore.
some Crown Royal pretty cheap last week. We're like, oh, they must not realize they're mad at us yet.
I can't even find that stuff locally. So when I go up to Wisconsin to
can't?
see my cousins, I usually just buy a case. And that lasts
Oh,
me
nice.
about a year.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sylvia, what about you?
I am
Anything?
drinking the Cayman Jack margaritas today.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Because
Anything for you, Stacy?
I was too lazy to actually make a drink.
Hey, that works though. What about you, Stacy?
I'm just drinking my green tea because
Say hi.
I can't drink tonight. I have a report to write.
What you got there?
Oh, it's your puppy.
And a daughter.
Say hi.
Yes.
Willow, you're going to be famous.
Yes. We love puppies.
Mine are all passed out over here.
That's my grandpuppy.
Oh,
I love you.
Love you too.
What are you drinking, Dustin?
Bye. Yeah, Dustin.
Or water.
Oh,
Oh, interesting. Not
nice.
water.
Woodford Reserve. On the
There we
rocks.
go.
So
Well, there's like
is
a
water code for just straight vodka?
No.
no vodka's terrible. It's only
I love vodka.
it's only bourbon. Or beers.
or
You
something.
drink vodka drinks and you drink margaritas, and you love those
I don't-
White Claw girly drinks.
Yes, he does.
I'm not
He
opposed
does.
to a high noon or a White Claw every now and then. They're nice in the summer. Kind of refreshing.
But then he has his bourbon and he's happy.
Yes.
He has to have his manly drinks to make up for all the girly drinks. The little fizzy,
That's what it is.
little fizzy,
Vodka,
fizzy
though.
water. That is
Vodka
those
tastes
are
like-
vodka. Those are vodka, I think.
Right, but they don't taste like vodka. You like Tito's mixed
They don't
with crap,
taste like anything.
and that is the worst. It tastes like rubbing alcohol smells, I think, and it's
Tito's
bad.
and Mountain Dew.
I like Tito's and Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
That's yummy. Tito's and Diet Coke.
How
I
about
like Tito's
some
with just
Woodford
about anything.
Reserve and Mountain Dew?
Do you remember on my one birthday whenever I was drinking and
You would?
I was drinking, I don't like cinnamon, and I was drinking Fireball and Mountain Dew. That's a bad
No,
combination.
you were drinking
Nah.
Mountain Dew. We told you not to drink anymore, and you grabbed another little Fireball and you cracked it open and you poured it in your Mountain Dew. Like,
still
you don't
drink
need
it.
to drink anymore because you're already hammered, and then you're like,
I did sleep on my bathroom floor for a while that night.
yeah.
Oh, for a little bit.
For a little bit.
Dustin
Yeah.
come up there and snuggled up next to you
I-
on the bathroom floor.
No, he did
Hold
not.
your hair.
I
so
went
you
in
don't
there
puke
to
on
check and
yourself.
see if it was alive, and then she's sleeping on the floor. Like, you need to get up and go to bed. So then we,
Ants are around my ankles, and I'm like
Yeah.
passed out. I think
okay,
it was my
let's go to bed. It's fine.
It's all fun.
It's
This is
fine.
night time.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm drinking coffee, of course, as always.
And you're
And then-
non.
And my
Not
water,
Buc-ee's
no lemon, no ice. You're gonna like this one, Obi.
Yeah.
Who is
Oh.
that?
So,
Who is that, Obi?
I'll add
Yeah, who
that to
is
my
that?
collection.
Yeah.
Who do you, what's his name, Obi?
Grogu.
Thank you.
And
Baby Yoda.
it's not Baby Yoda, correct?
It is Baby Yoda.
No.
Well, I mean, you could call him Baby Yoda, sure.
But he's not
But
Yoda.
he's not
He's
Yoda.
not
and-
Yoda though.
Yeah,
He's not Yoda,
So
but
then
he's
you
still
wouldn't call
Baby
him
Yoda.
Baby Yoda. You'd call him Baby Grogu.
But you know what? They did that on purpose because they didn't even tell his name.
They
for
didn't
the
tell
very
his name
last
for a
episode,
minute.
and everybody was calling him Baby Yoda up until
That's
then.
true.
But like
Yeah,
I
but
told
that's
you, I didn't
because-
even know.
Nobody realized the timeline.
Yeah,
And so they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Mandalorian, da, da. Well, this is
Yeah.
after, like,
it's after.
After,
Yeah.
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 it's
Hey,
after.
so do you know what Yoda is? Do you know what kind of species he is? Because I thought they were all Yodas. I thought that was the species. But I've only ever watched The Mandalorian. I've never watched real Star Wars ever, so I didn't know. I know,
Look at that face.
like
Wow.
not even like 10 minutes. I've not watched any, and now I feel like I'm 42, so at this point I can't watch it because it's kind of a weird. It's like my thing at a party. Well, what's one thing about you? I've never watched Star Wars ever, but I liked The Mandalorian pretty much.
Pretty much.
Except I was really sad whenever it was that Pascal guy because when he took off his and it was him because the Mandalorian guy is so hot with his mask on, and then he pops out and that's that Pascal guy who I don't find attractive. But his buddy who stole it, who plays Raylan, he's hot. He should have been the Mandalorian. It's true.
Wow. There was a lot in that sentence right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
lot
even
to
know
take in
how to
I'm
right
still
process
processing this.
It's just not who I expected. I expected Raylan.
I'm sorry.
Who's
My
Raylan?
brain got stuck on you just thought the mask and the helmet and the costume was hot. That
Well, no, the
My
way that
brain
he
kinda
presented
stopped right there.
himself, the way he presented himself like a space cowboy, and then the guy who plays him, I know him as like he goes into cartel shows. He's not a cowboy, but the guy who plays in
The
Justified
Space Cowboy was Steve Miller, by the way.
is that Raylan?
No.
I don't know.
Steve Miller Band? Nobody?
Oh,
Anybody?
I've seen him twice in
I
Las
get it.
Vegas.
Some
I get
people
it.
call me the
Crickets.
Space Cowboy.
Crickets.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Right.
wow.
Okay, I'm glad somebody got it. I mean, everybody, I said it, and everybody was like,
Wah, wah. Well, because I was trying to think of
Anyways.
Raylan's real name.
What do you mean, Raylan? I don't know who you're talking about.
His name is Raylan on Justified. That is the guy who was the guy who stole the mask.
Oh.
And
So you're talking about the guy's character
Yeah.
name in another show.
Yes.
his name is Raylan
Gotcha.
to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of like Chandler. Like Chandler will always, it'll be Chandler. No matter what, it will never be Matthew Perry.
Timothy Oliphant. That's
Yes,
his name.
that's him. He's hot.
Yeah, I don't know. Me and States are like, yeah, we're just
Sure.
gonna sit over here in our own little
Yeah.
corner where y'all discuss.
You never watched
I'm gonna
Justified?
sit
I'll
here
take
and
your
look
word
at my
for it.
report.
Right.
Justified's good.
Yeah,
It's
you can
based
watch
here in
Justified
Kentucky.
if you never watched it.
So
It's on
the only
Amazon
thing I
Prime.
got out of this whole thing though is Dustin.
Yes.
Sylvia has the hots for Space Cowboys.
Apparently.
So you might want to change your look up just a little bit.
He can be like a space cowboy
but
robot,
I only got one leg, so
like a space
That's
cowboy
even better.
robot.
they probably
That's
wouldn't
even
give me
better.
a face
Terminator.
because of that.
Because you're a
Because it'd
robot.
weigh me down. And
That's
I'd be
it.
trying
We're
to
just going to
float.
start calling you Star Lord.
Ooh,
There you
There
go.
we go.
I like that.
There you go. That's
Thank
his
you.
new nickname.
Future
Alrighty.
Jeep name, Star Lord.
No.
In 2031, when the
That
TJ
Jeep
gets started.
is about 2 months from going on Marketplace.
Oh, it's not. He's so full of crap.
And Brandon will buy it for the transmission.
Well,
might.
Savannah will kick him down the stairs.
Yes,
It's
she
not
will.
Savannah's Jeep.
According to her, it is.
Right. But we bought her a brand new car to replace that car and gave it to her.
No, she bought her own car to replace her car.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyways.
what's on the agenda tonight, Thomas?
Absolutely nothing.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
I wasn't feeling good the last couple of days, so I didn't take any notes. And then we had already discussed about
Do
having
you ever
Obi
take
on.
any notes?
I don't. I
No.
do. There was a couple that I've taken some notes.
It's been the blank napkin for like
No, I did
months.
what 2 or 3
You had a
episodes
Hershey's
ago
one
that I
day.
did. I had
Yeah, you
oh,
did
yeah, it
have
was
a
a
Hershey's
Hershey's.
wrapper,
It was a Hershey's wrapper once.
but there was nothing on it except for Hershey's. Also, didn't
That's
we
something.
buy Savannah's Jeep for her?
With insurance. Oh my God. We'll discuss it later.
Yeah,
He has
we gotta
no
talk
idea what's
about
happening.
this.
Our insurance paid for it because
Right.
her other car got crashed.
Which inherently makes it ours, not hers. So if we sell it,
So
You know what?
today's
You guys can
episode
arm wrestle
is
for it later.
Savannah's Jeep.
that's fine.
Yeah,
We're going
no.
to discuss Savannah's Jeep.
I will take her
It's
down
not
with
Savannah's
ease.
Jeep. That it's Dustin's Jeep.
They
Well, what
share
kind
it.
of Jeep was it?
It's
A
a
TJ.
2003 TJ
Straight six in it.
4-liter
It's a nice little
automatic.
Jeep. Yeah.
It is a nice little Jeep.
Yeah.
With
I'll
no,
Dustin's
drive a
mad at it
TJ.
right now. Dustin's mad at it right now because it has a flat tire.
Actually,
But
no,
they won't-
because it had a flat tire in the backyard. I drove it to the front. I took it off. I was like, I'm gonna find where the leak is. It was on the bead. So I was like, well, crap. I'm gonna take it to get it fixed. So then I took it over to Big O this morning. They looked at it and they're like, oh, well, this is 6 years old. This is from 2019. And
Oh.
they said we don't work on anything over 5 years old. Like
So
we won't
immediate
work on
He's
it.
immediately like,
So then I'm like, what do you mean you won't work on it? She's like, yeah, we won't touch it because it's over 5 years old. I was like,
So they
Okay.
won't pop the bead and
yeah, they
check it?
won't. They wouldn't
Unless
break
it's
it down,
replaced.
right? Because they said they'd sell me a new tire, and I said I don't want to buy a new tire. I just want this one taken off there so we can reseal it. And she's like, we can't do it because it's 6 years old from 2019, and we only do things that are 5 years old anyway. So I was like,
well,
whatever.
send it home with Thomas. And
That's
I bet
freaking
Dominic will
ridiculous.
do it.
I'll
Yeah,
Oh
we'll
my
give it to
God.
Dominic. We'll give it
I'll
to
take it
Dominic.
home, and
So
I'll take it somewhere.
how close do you guys live to Fort Knox?
Us?
Like
They're about 40,
45
45 minutes.
45 minutes away.
Okay. And so
Anyways,
Well,
come bring it to
long
me. I'll
story
take it
short-
on the post. I'll pop the bead. I'll clean it up. I'll set it back on for you.
Oh, sweet. But I aired it up last night because I was checking for the leak. So I put about, 30, 35 pounds in it. And then I sprayed it down with soapy water. It was leaking, bubbling around the bead in this one little spot. And then I threw it in the back of my truck because I was going to take it to Big O this morning. And then they wouldn't work on it. So I brought it back home, brought it back in the garage, checked it, and it hadn't leaked like a single pound. It's still at 35
Don't you remember
pounds of
that's what
pressure.
happened? Don't you remember that's what happened to
So I stuck it
Savannah's
back on the
senior
Jeep
year?
and pulled it back in the backyard to the TJ graveyard where it's going to sit for the next 6 months until we sell it. We could use that money to build Sylvia's tons and
There you go.
Cage.
Yeah, you're spicy. He's spicy, obviously, already.
Nope.
Feisty.
It's either Dustin
not-
or Stacy that are
I'm
spicy.
not.
So.
I'm not spicy. I'm just saying We
I'm
don't need
spicy
it
because you're
sitting
saying
back
I'm
there.
spicy.
taking up space. We don't.
I'm
Oh.
gonna literally punch you here as soon as this is over. So you just know that it's like whenever I used to tell Savannah in the grocery store, just so you know you're getting asked when you get to the car. I'm not gonna beat you here, but I'm gonna beat you when we get to the car. So just
Okay.
so don't let me forget to throat punch you when I get up.
Yes.
You
I'll
remind
definitely-
me later to
I'll
throat
definitely
punch you.
remind you of that later.
Remind
Hey,
me
you
later.
forgot to throat punch
No
you.
husbands were abused in the making of this film.
Correct.
Not in the making of,
Oh
but
my
after
gosh.
maybe.
So, Obi,
Anyways.
did you do anything crazy this weekend or this week? This last week
Well,
or over the weekend?
I don't know about crazy, but so a couple of weeks ago, I bought a new side by side.
Nice. What kind?
It's nice.
It is
Yeah,
nice.
it is. It's a 2025
What?
Polaris Razor Pro S4 Ultimate.
I just need Mama loving.
What motors that have that in that? The 1,000?
It's got the 1,000 with the turbo, so
nice.
181 horsepower. It's got the Dynamics DV suspension system. So we took it out to Blue Holler yesterday, my youngest daughter and I, and hit that 50-mile mark. Actually, I was like 49.6 miles, right? The break in for the belt. So just putting around in low, did a couple of laps around the park. And then once I hit that 50, I put it in high and started running the track. And man, that thing rips.
Yeah.
Did you do the
I bet.
concrete wall?
Holy smokes, that thing rips.
I
Did you
mean,
do the
I bet
concrete
that.
wall?
Is it a four door or a two?
It is a 4-door. Yep, it's a 4-seater. I
I
did
mean,
do
still,
the
I bet
concrete
it
wall.
weighs what, probably 2,000 pounds,
No, I think
less
the
than that.
Polaris. No, it's more than that actually. It's a
Really?
little bit more than that. I can feel the difference in weight on the trailer between that one and my other 4-seater.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
still, at
Yeah.
180 horsepower, at even 3,000 pounds is
It's still a lot.
That's still a lot.
And then you throw the suspension system in there, and let me tell you, it rides like butter. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send me some pictures and I'll post them
Okay.
on the
Yeah, I've
page
got a
while
video
we're doing it. Yeah.
of my third lap. My daughter got out and she took a video, and then she got in and took a video.
Yeah.
But by
Yeah.
about the 20th lap, I was clearing the step up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's not it's not like I'm 10 feet in the air, but
Yeah. You're
Right.
still.
you're just floating. Yeah. And
So what did you, how far did you jump over the concrete thing? Did you get a video of that?
so I didn't get video of that. As soon as we pulled up there, I was like, oh, forgot the GoPro, forgot the drone.
Yeah.
Of course you
everything.
did. Of
And
course.
So I'm like,
We
all
all
right,
did.
well, nothing exciting. I'm just going to go out, do my 50 miles. I'm going to break the belt in, and then we'll come back next weekend or something. But yeah, we went to 1K Rock. We went up the concrete wall. There was a nice hole leading up to the concrete at the bottom. So I just kind of got up onto that starting point on the concrete at the bottom, and then rolled up it. I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 feet to kind of get my angle right, rolled back to the edge of the concrete. And I don't know, gave it about half throttle, and she went right up it. And
Yeah.
barely
love
even
that.
lifted the front tires up, and she went right up it, rolled over the top, and then I just drove away.
Oh, nice.
I love watching videos from Redneck Raves whenever they have that there,
Oh my
and
gosh.
how
Yeah.
they have like the jump contest. That looks so fun.
So they're not doing the redneck right there anymore. Kevin has said
Nope.
he's not doing it. Yep.
They
Well,
can't-
last year I think turned into a giant shit show. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
they had
it
people
was
that were
stupid.
stuck in the mud. They had the RVs stuck in the mud for like days. But the last time we were there with
Oh,
the
it was
Deckers,
trash. That
there was
time.
an RV there that was wanting us to help pull them out. And that was, I don't even know what month that was actually.
We went to the first redneck rave back in 21, was it? I think it was. My cousins came down from Wisconsin, and we went there that first night. It was a sloppy mess. It was raining. The parking lot, I mean, we were watching, F-350s with fifth wheels sliding into other trucks and trailers.
Yeah.
It was like ice.
That parking lot is a mess out there.
It is a mess.
They've been working on it.
They fixed
Have
it.
they?
They've been
Yeah.
working on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they dumped a lot of rock. They moved a lot of dirt up there. There's still more to go, but
Right.
Yeah. They've been working on it for at least this month. Or
Well, I mean, I think that's
into February
everyone's
into March.
biggest
They've been working on
complaint.
it.
I think that's everybody's biggest complaint is you can't even hardly get out of the parking lot.
No,
Like,
well,
you know.
that time that we went down there, it took us
Yeah.
forever to get out of the parking lot.
To get
Just
on a
to get
trail. I know.
Just to even get on the
Mhm.
trails. We were just sliding all over the place.
We had to winch Ben Decker, and he was pulling his trailer.
We had to
So
winch
when we
the
went, the
pickup
three
truck
of
with the
us,
trailer.
It was sprinkling that morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
On our way up there.
Actually, I didn't pull it. I pulled him. I didn't winch him.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yep. But he made it like halfway through the parking lot, and his Jeep was still loaded on the trailer, and so he unloaded the Jeep, and then we towed him up to like the highest spot where like a little bit of grass. And he parked there, and then he walked all the way back through the mud to get his Jeep and drove it back.
smart. That was smart because you'd have
Yeah.
never, with the Jeep on
Yeah.
it, you'd have never gotten it.
No, he would have never
No.
got it.
Yeah.
He had a couple people pulling him out.
Oh yeah. Been there.
Sounds like fun.
done
yeah.
that.
Dustin and Sylvia, did y'all do anything this last weekend? Anything?
We got the camper renovated. So it is now ready. We took the U-shaped dinette and we took that out and then put a twin trundle bed in there. It's
Mhm.
really nice, like a wooden trundle bed. And then we had a jackknife couch, but it would hold like a toddler to sleep. So we took that out and then put um the dinette back over there, but we just had like a regular dinette, so it'll seat four still. The U shaped only really sat four, maybe five, so we really didn't lose any seating. But no, I like it, and I feel like it's easier to get to all my cabinets and stuff the way that it's set up now. So we did a
Yeah.
lot of that. Oh, and we saw that one of the windows, the caulk had come off, so it was leaking. So we replaced we
You're
replaced the
supposed to
floor
keep that in your
back.
pants, Dustin.
I'm just be letting it flail
You
all
meant
around.
caulk.
What'd I say? I
You-
said caulk. Caulk.
You said the rooster word.
The cock. You said cock.
Yeah,
Caulk.
you said the cock came out.
How did you say it? Caulk? Caulk, like the Hulk, the
Caulk.
caulk? Caulk?
AUL.
Well, I know that's in there, but I am saying the L. Caulk. Oh,
Anyway.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's
You
Oh
must
yeah,
be
we
British.
pulled the window out. We put new butyl tape
Sealant.
around it, which is sealant around it.
There you
Put it
go,
back in
seal it.
there. Put new sealant around it. It's good now. And then yeah, that was it.
I think we may take all of them out just because it's a 2017. So in case any of them are getting too dry. So I think around the summer we'll just slowly pop them out and redo them just so we don't have to deal with that again.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
that's annoying. And I know why they're so light, Thomas.
Yeah. There's
You know
nothing
that
to
they
them.
don't really, yeah, they're made out of like styrofoam and cardboard.
Dude,
Yeah.
the fiberglass when we took the window out, it was maybe a quarter-inch thick.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
not
it
made
has
out
a
of
little
hardly anything.
like
But it doesn't
it has a
feel
little
like
2
flimsy.
by like inch and a half wide aluminum frame, and then it has the quarter-inch maybe paneling, and then it was just filled with insulation in between, like styrofoam insulation.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well,
That's
they
it.
crumple
I
up
was-
like a tin can.
I was expecting the fiberglass to be a little thicker than that, but
No.
no,
No, they're
it
thin.
really wasn't.
Yeah, so at least there was no mold or anything on the floor because it was literally cardboard that we just ripped up and threw away and replaced with a piece of plywood.
I mean, the floor was no more than 3/16, quarter-inch, just like plywood, like quarter-inch, like Luan, like
Yeah.
plywood, and that's basically all it was. And there was
Yeah, there's
styrofoam
not much
underneath for the
anything to 'em.
insulation.
Yeah, I was like, no wonder
That's
these. So
crazy.
then I get all paranoid. I'm like, I don't know, like if I like walking on this, I'm too fat to be walking on styrofoam and freaking cardboard.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the ones that
But
Stacy and I
it
have
is
been looking at.
it is an ultralight, so maybe like the steel
Yeah.
ones are made different. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an
Maybe.
ultralight. That's
Yeah,
It's an
because I know
ultralight.
Yeah.
when Stacy and I were doing motorcycle road racing and stuff, some of the ones that we were looking at were actually an all aluminum frame, paneling, everything was all aluminum. They were saying
Yeah,
pretty
well,
nice, but
That's
it's
how
it
also
is. That's how ours is. It's all aluminum frame and then fiberglass instead of like
no,
the
there was
steel
there's no
paneling.
fiberglass, there's no
Oh
plywood.
yeah, so you got the steel sides
It's all
too. So
aluminum.
it's a little
Yeah.
heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
aluminum. Even the floor is aluminum.
Is it an all-weather trailer?
It is.
Ours is, yeah.
Yep. It has the undercoating, it has the duct through the flooring, and a heat vent ran underneath to keep the floor and the water lines and all that warm.
I mean, it's really nice. At least I think it is. Especially
Yeah, it's
for
nice.
we practically stole it. So
Yeah, y'all did get a good deal on it. So it was pretty good.
but yeah, so we did that. Trying to think of anything else.
I added an extra bump stop to Sylvia's right front, extra
Did you?
inch. Yep. So hopefully she'll quit rubbing on her inner fender at full flex.
Nah, just stuff it up in there.
It's
Yeah, I
like
still need
rubbing
to
my
do that
paint
on
off.
mine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a nice rub mark from her tire.
Yeah.
And then I
punch
need
it
to
back
rotate.
down
I need
or-
to rotate her tires before we leave. I'll probably do that
Yeah.
tomorrow. But yeah.
And he was making a we're gonna have so much fun this weekend, guys. I'm so excited. But when I was with Stacy and we did like a little girls' night at TJ Maxx, I found a grill that is a gas grill, and it's like perfect for the back of the camper because it has like a spot that you can clip it on, and then it like swings out, and you can attach it to the gas back there. But whoever traded in didn't give the original grill, so I found one. $30. I was so impressed with myself. And so he's welding today a bracket for it to stick on there. So
Nice.
we'll be able to grill this weekend.
I made it about halfway through, and then she's like,
You have to come in.
get on the podcast. So
I was like the mom, like flashing
all
the
right,
light.
well,
Come home. You have to come inside now.
You're flipping the lights.
Turn everything
Come home.
off.
Time to come home.
Shut it down and
Porch lights
pick
on.
back
Let's
up
go.
tomorrow where I left off.
Well,
If
shit.
I remember.
Made him come inside. But also, yesterday was daylight savings time, so I forgot we were doing something, and Dustin was out there working. He's like, "What? It's already 3 o'clock." Yes, it is.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So nice. It was so sunny today.
Yeah, it still is. At
It
least
still is. I mean, it's
here.
still sunny outside. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. Like
really, it says 7:09, but it's 6:09. We need to just get rid of daylight savings time altogether, or just stay on it. One or the other. It don't matter to me. Let's just
whatever it is right now is
quit
what I
switching
want.
back and forth because.
Yeah, they keep talking about it.
I
but
think
still
I
nothing
think
yet.
the problem is, and Obi probably knows since he's like a weather astronomical guy, is that what'll end up happening is that one of the it messes it up by like 30 minutes or something crazy, right? Obi, is that
For
right?
what?
The daylight savings, like to where it's mainly the
No, they mainly made daylight savings time for the farmers
Yes.
There you go.
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is
who
if it
needed the
stays,
extra daylight to harvest the crops.
Yep.
But now
There's
farmers
no
have
reason.
LED lights and all kinds
Well,
of crap. They can farm 24 hours a day if they wanted. So
The,
I know, but what
the
I'm
farming
saying
thing, though, actually look it up because the farming thing is not actually true. It was during World War, I think, 1 or 2 when they started that.
but what I was saying
It was
But
though
what
for-
is
was
that
the purpose of it then?
as the way
Yeah,
that
I
the
can't
earth
remember
is,
exactly, but it has to do with the manufacturing and with some other stuff for the war itself. I'll look it up and I'll
look
put it
it
in
up and post it.
the description. But yeah, it's not
But
actually about
as-
the farmers.
But as we don't have 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. That's not how it works. So the problem is that the days whenever it's like the most daylight, it'll be like I forgot what it is, but it's like a crazy time, like a 5 a.m. sunrise or a 9 a.m. sunrise. Like they were like too far off.
So daylight saving time started in
I don't know. It's what
1918
Mark.
during World War I
Yep.
to help conserve fuel and power
That's it.
and extend the workday. Working during the sunlight hours meant burning less fuel and
Yep.
the ability to work later into the day.
That's it.
The Standard
Well,
Act, the Standard
I
Time
guess it would
Act of
just be too difficult
1918,
to change your start time then.
yeah,
Let's just mess
which
everybody's world
established
up
the
and
time
Let's just
change
mess
also
everybody up,
established
yeah.
the nation's time zones.
Yeah, there's some
Hmm.
states that don't recognize daylight savings.
A lot of
Arizona.
states.
Congress
Yeah.
repealed daylight savings time after World War I ended. It was enacted again in 1942 during World War
World War
II
II.
and repealed in 1945. The daylight savings time procedures most people are familiar with came about in 1966
Damn,
with the
60.
passage of the Uniform Time Act, which reestablished the twice yearly time change.
Interesting.
This is the part of the
Anyway.
podcast that has absolutely nothing to do with anything.
This
Right.
is the
it
history
doesn't
lesson
take-
from
listen.
Dustin.
It's a history
And now
lesson.
we're gonna have
Come on,
more
people.
time to wheel, so it's perfect because we don't ever get there till 9 or
Oh,
10.
then let's stay on daylight savings time to be done with because
I'll stay out past
I-
4 or 5.
I'm like I'd rather have the light later in the day, obviously, right?
Same.
I don't want it to
Me
get
too.
dark at 4 o'clock. I'd rather get dark at 5 o'clock or in the winter or whatever.
So, Thomas, what did you do this weekend?
We don't got time for that. We're
Thomas,
hoping what?
We're talking about
40
the
minutes in, we ain't
daylight
talking about-
savings.
It's daylight savings time. We have all the time in the world for that.
No, yeah, we're probably like 30 minutes in. But so I went ahead and broke down and got the ARB twin compressor. I know there's a lot of back and forth on either going with one of the cheaper twin compressors, external or an internal, but I know with some upgrades I'm going to be doing, I'm going to need a compressor anyway, an internal compressor. So I just said screw it and just went ahead and got it and installed it. And also to save some space because I got the Grimm, I think Grimm Offroad, they're under, it mounts under the fender, under the brake booster. And so now it's tucked up under there underneath the driver's side fender. And then the nozzle, I have it set right now coming out under the hood on the driver's side.
I think when we do Sylvia's, we're still going to just do the single to run the lockers.
Yeah.
And then we'll still use the Morphlate to
Yep. Well, what I'm going to do,
tires.
The main reason why I did that is because I have it in a big box. The compressor sits in the bed of the Gladiator.
Yeah.
So now with the new ARB twin compressor, now I can completely remove that. And I have an extra bed space to carry the rest of Sylvia's stuff that she can't carry.
Yeah. Well,
I have more stuff this time.
Sylvia's Morphlate is probably only about, maybe 8 inches wide and like a foot long.
That's longer than that.
My
sack. But you bought that, didn't you buy like a Harbor Freight container to stick yours in? Like
I put it in a hard case,
but I mean it's a hard case. Yeah,
it's a hard case that I put it in to protect it, so it's not just bouncing around.
And
I didn't want to mount it to my Jeep because I know a lot of overlanders that have it, they'll mount them, but since I don't have a rack or anything like that I'm putting on mine, and with my 4 boxes that I have back there for tools, recovery gear, and then since right now I don't have anywhere to put a 40-inch spare tire whenever I need to carry it, now that's gonna. And my floor jack, the off-road jack. So now I have more room for the spare tire, the jack, and then other stuff in that box is not taking up some space. But what I'm going to do is, because I've seen there's a few other YouTubers that have done a comparison on how fast the twin compressors from either Morphlate, the one I have is from Thor Lightning. It's basically the same thing as the Morphlates.
Yeah, they're all
they'll do
typical setup.
And there's a couple of other ones out there too. But they do a comparison on how fast does it air up using the twin compressor versus the ARB twin compressor. Well, what they don't show is what is the setup time from basically a start to finish. Like as soon as I stop, it's time to air up, get out of your Jeep, unload everything, hook it all up, air up, take it all apart, and then tear it down. Because I know some that already have it pre-mounted. Yeah, it's just like it's already set up, ready to go. So all you do is run your hoses. But for someone like me and what y'all are doing, it's not stationary. It's not bolted in. So it's
if
not
I had to guess, it'd probably
right
take
away.
you extra maybe 3 minutes to set the compressor up, hook it up to your battery, plug it in, because the hose is going to be the same.
I think it's going to take longer. I think it'll take longer.
It will take longer for sure, because
when you're doing
the thing you're missing is like you'll hook up your 4 hose system. That'll be the same. And then on your dual, you'll just plug it into the compressor and hit the on button, and then it's ready to go. Where otherwise, you'll hook it up to your 4 tires. You'll have to get the compressor out, hook it up to your battery.
Yeah.
Set it somewhere, then plug it in.
I think it's still close
and
to about
then let it cool down before you can put it away.
I think it's about a 15 to 20 minute process when it's all from start to finish. Because I know there's been several times that we've been like trying to do recordings and various other stuff while I'm still trying to air up, but yet I'm still trying to air up. So I don't have the time to really start doing that.
How much?
Huh?
How much?
You're not
under 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying under 15 minutes.
That's what I said, about 15, 20 minutes.
But if you bet him that, then he could go slower or faster.
15:01 or more, and I'm saying it's 14.
59
so
and
the over under is 15 minutes. I'm giving you 2 to 1 odds.
Yeah, 2 to 1
on this.
Right? What's your bet, Obi?
So it will be over 15 minutes at that point.
Yeah,
because he's the one doing that.
He's like, oh,
yeah.
this was 15 minutes.
He's doing the control test. Think about this.
Well,
No,
no,
but-
you need
That's
to
what
do
No,
I
it
said.
like
does
That's
a
taking
take-
that back because
control.
he doesn't think.
Yeah,
it
you
does
have to
take
do a-
about a
He doesn't.
4 or so minute difference in time using the external twin compressor versus the ARB. It is faster because it does push more air, but
Yeah.
when you break it down to setup time,
But at the end of
I
the
think
day,
it's
you're still
gonna
going to be
be-
waiting on us.
it's
Just
only
using
going to
the
be a couple of
external-
minutes.
the
No, but
external
but see,
compressor, so you'll be sitting
regardless,
there, we'll still
but
be
that gives me
airing
more
up.
time
It's-
to that extra 2 minutes to start recording
Yeah.
and start
Or
doing
So,
to-
that.
hey,
or to-
Thomas.
or to tighten your lug nuts.
It's only going to be a
Yes.
couple of minutes.
Yes.
Hey,
Like that.
Thomas,
One
can
time.
so you know how like sometimes we have to loan them to other people that don't have them. Can people still come over and like hook up to you?
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
So you'll be breaking the compressor anyway, just for other people.
Yes.
No, no.
But really, you
No,
didn't-
No, he's saying
they
they can hook up to his. He's saying that they can just
Right.
hook up to his, the one that he's doing.
for the extra
Yeah,
4
but
minutes.
what I'll eventually end up doing too is getting about a 4 or 5 pound external air bottle, so that
Yeah,
I
like
can
the power tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I
Power
can
tank's the
hook
way
it
to
up
go
too.
for sure.
Yeah, just to have that
Those are-
extra.
Plus, he's gonna
Those are
have to.
expensive, though.
Plus, he's gonna have it whenever he does tons. So might as well just buy it now.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree.
So I went ahead and broke down and got it. It's
You
stupid
know I have to
expensive.
give Thomas
I got
crap for
I got
whatever
a
it is.
decent
Every
deal
time I
on
know.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I
No,
have
it
to give
doesn't. I
Thomas
mean,
crap about it.
Realistically, it's only going to say probably about 2 to 3 minutes, or either way, one way or the other. It's only going to be a couple of minutes.
But
It's
it'll
not
make
like
it interesting YouTube.
it's not like
video.
it's going to
That's all that
be
matters.
an
Plus, it's
exuberant
cool.
amount of time.
Plus,
But,
it's just cool to have. So whatever.
Also,
but I'm more thinking of
uh,
the space savings.
are we going to talk to our guest? Obi?
No, apparently
Tonight?
not.
Or are
Hold
we
on.
just gonna,
There's
like,
one other
ramble
thing
about...
that I'm going to install. Hold on. I got to
Yeah.
show it.
Thanks for showing up, Obi. It's good seeing your face.
Hey, have a nice day. See you
Yeah.
guys next time.
You just gotta interject yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like,
That's all
hey, don't
good.
forget I'm here. Because, you
Hi
know,
guys.
it's
Hi,
my turn.
Sonia.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
snap.
good! Yay!
Look at
Oh, I'm
that.
so excited. What is that, Thomas?
That's
You're gonna have to-
phone case for his
you're
phone
gonna
that
have to
matches his
insert
Jeep.
That is his new phone
SpongeBob.
case.
3 months later.
You're right.
You know,
No, not 3 months later. It was
one year.
June 8th. Don't get me started.
June
Dustin.
8th?
June
All right,
8th
so
is when we turned that
10
shit over
months
last year.
later.
June 8th. Don't get me started.
But you know what? Perfection takes time. It's fine. Right, Thomas?
I said if it did not show up this week, I was making a phone call. I've been so pissed off.
I'll see y'all later.
I am-
Goodbye.
I'm
June
I'm
8th
so
was
excited, though.
275 days.
Hey,
ago.
better late than never.
I was making a phone call. But anyways, it does look good. The
Yeah.
red is a little bit different. So we're gonna do
It's a
something
little
about that.
darker, but it does have the carbon weave in it.
nice.
Nice.
You know
So
what it showed up,
basically,
Sylvia?
9.05 months.
It's fine.
It's fine.
As we were walking
here
up
now.
the stairs.
And what's the
You could have had
percentage of
another
those
kid by
days?
now.
So what's the percentage on that then?
Percentage on what?
That I don't know.
On
days.
which thing?
Almost
I'm
took
just
a
asking
year.
which thing.
It almost took
of
a
days
year.
out of the year that took what, you know?
Took two-
What,
2/3.
what
75%.
percent of the year did it
So
take
it's
for that to
360.
be delivered?
Yeah, so it's
75%.
yeah,
Yes.
Ish.
Took 2/3 of my year to get that shit.
275 days.
We're trying to
so-
be exact here, so you know, I'm just saying.
Hold on.
It's like
365 and
74.23%.
365 and a quarter.
Took me calling an owner of a company to get it.
Well, don't name drop that company here then, because you know.
Oh, I'll still call him. I don't care. Everybody knows the name of that company. So, but anyways,
They have a very great product. Most people get their
it
stuff
is a
really
great product.
Well,
it
it's
was
because
a
it was-
replacement.
Thomas
It's
It was
a,
because it was a replacement. and
it's a replacement, not because it's a new
75.342%.
one.
if it was a new order, once I found out a little bit
2
more,
weeks, yeah.
of course, I really wasn't overly pushing it, so it was partly my fault too. I really wasn't pushing the issue.
But
on
really, if you
getting
have
it as
to
quick,
order,
but
if you
I
order from a
shouldn't-
company,
I
and you
shouldn't have had to,
and
but-
you have to push the issue to get your product delivered to you. Is that
No, you shouldn't have to. But either way,
It's here
it
now,
showed up.
so
It's here.
It's here.
we're excited.
And
I'm
it's on the
excited to see it
newer.
on.
It's on the newer vinyl. So my
Yeah.
original was on the older vinyl, which was
Yeah.
coming apart and not
Are
doing
you gonna
so
put it
hot.
on for Badlands?
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah.
it on.
Yeah. Nice.
I'll have it on
Good,
for
because I
Badlands.
heard there's some
Looking forward to see it.
pinstriping spots. Some spots for
Like
some
I got
pinstriping.
plenty of pinstriping already, but yeah.
It's
So
fine.
all right,
And it
let's-
really doesn't show up that bad on the gray. The gray
No,
was a
it
good
won't. It's gonna
color
look good.
choice, I think.
it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
So
I want to poke your eye out.
wait, what?
What?
She's
Whose
being
eye?
bad.
Who?
Allie.
Allie.
Why would you poke your
Dog
dog's
abuse.
eye out?
No, I was poking
Right.
her nose.
We're gonna call DCFS on you, or
DCS.
What is that place
Ada.
called? ACTS or something? I don't know. It's something.
Completely wrong
Yeah.
acronym.
it's one of those acronyms that I don't remember what it is, but Sarah McLaughlin will probably be singing.
yeah.
I was poking her
Arms
nose.
of an angel.
Anyways.
So
Oh goodness.
so who's our guest?
Obi.
Let's
Well,
get
it's
to know
been
him.
45
I mean,
minutes since he said his name, so I almost
Joseph.
forgot.
Right?
We'll
Oh,
get on a
what is
tangent and
your-
go. So what's going on?
not much. I was pretty excited when I got the invite to be on this podcast. I was like, yes.
And then
I
you
get
listen to us for
15
45 minutes,
of
you're
fame.
like, yeah, well, I don't really know what I was excited about.
It's all
But
about
here
Obi
we are.
now. You wait.
Well,
right.
I'm planning to
Alone.
like trying to play catch up on your guys' previous podcast and with all the other videos I watch. So, it's
Yeah,
like
don't waste your time.
oh no, they're
Justin.
hilarious.
Those are
man.
hours that you'll never
I'm
get back. dude.
cracking up over
Justin
some of these.
hates
What was
our
it, last week
podcast.
or the
He-
one before? Like somebody said something about like a Vagisaurus or something, and I was like, oh, that's it. I've used that almost every day since then.
Oh,
Oh
my
So
gosh.
disgusting.
That's
I'll
gold.
have Dustin
Sylvia
private
can,
message you a picture to it.
3D
Oh my
print you
gosh.
one of those.
I don't know
Oh,
if I
gross.
want to see a picture of that.
Have you ever
Yeah,
watched have you ever watched Stranger Things?
No,
You know that monster that its face like opens
No.
up like this?
I don't.
That's what
I've
it
never
looks
seen
like.
Stranger
It's
Things,
very
just like you've
scary.
never
Yeah.
watched Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it looks like a
Ooh.
it looks like a Demogorgon or whatever it's called. I don't know, but it's yucky. It's like a Venus flytrap on a.
So like one of the creatures on Resident Evil.
Yes.
Or like a
bad,
sand
yeah.
snake.
It's like a vagina, except it has teeth.
and like neck stuff. I don't
And
know.
like
It's
Wow.
neck
yucky.
veins.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Leave
yucky.
her
It's so
alone.
bad.
Ugh.
I don't plan on
Anyways,
printing those.
Yeah.
anyways,
Back to the
so,
podcast. Here
back
we go.
to the podcast. Here we go.
Focus.
So
Stay
Obi,
focused.
so what do you
Yeah.
do? What is your profession? What do you do? And
so not to sound like a broken record, because I know you had Brian Geiger on a couple of weeks ago, but he and I actually met in the Army. We both are human resources NCOs in the United States Army.
Awesome.
He also works at HRC. I work at HRC. We just work in different areas over there. So I work under the Reserve Personnel Management Directorate in the Health Services Division of HRC. And I love my job. Unfortunately, I'll be PCS in here in about 2 months.
oh
Less
no,
than
Does that
2
retire?
months.
Does that mean retire?
no, moving.
No. No, I'm just moving units. I'm staying here at Fort
Okay.
Knoxville.
Oh, okay.
Luckily,
Well, that's good
Okay.
that you're not moving
Nice.
out.
yeah.
I might
Are
have
you on the
to,
active
yeah.
side or reserve side?
Reserve side, I'm
Reserve.
AGR, so active
Okay.
guard reserve.
Active reserve. Yep.
Yep. Going over to First Army,
Yep.
4th Cavalry Brigade is where I'll be going to in May. Yeah. So I'm actually super excited to go over there and do.
Yeah, you'll
something
like
different.
First Army. I've heard some good stuff about it.
Me too. Yeah. So
I know.
yeah,
I feel like we need to call the president and tell him that whenever people join our Jeep thing,
can't
that they
move.
can no longer
Dude,
move.
we need to get Donald Trump on our podcast.
That would be
so
awesome.
funny.
Let's
so
go.
I'm trying to retire here. So that's
Oh, that's what I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
around 4 years left. So next year I'll submit terminal to stay here to retire.
Yep.
If I do have to move anywhere, it's Geo Batch, the wife and kids. They're like, we're done. We love it here. This is
Awesome.
where we're going to stay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
decided to do.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
been
I
actually
can't say I love
yeah,
the
it's been a
weather
year.
because
The weather
I
sucks.
mean, yeah, you got to be
It
crazy
sucks.
to like the weather here, but it's the people. We genuinely fell in love with the people here. being West Coasters, pretty much my whole life and her whole life, coming out here to Kentucky and like meeting real genuine people. And
You joined the East Side.
Yeah.
East Side?
Like people who like actually care, like neighbors who actually care about you as neighbors, and not just like wave to you and
what they can get from you.
Yeah.
Were you from like
Any of my
California?
neighbors from out west, I love you guys. You know who you are.
Yeah. You just like
Just tell them to come out this way.
Right?
Tell them to come out this way.
I try. I tell everybody, like, just move out to Kentucky. Let's go.
Did you grow up in like California, or how far out west were you?
I spent the first 21 years of my life in or around Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So did you know any of the fire victim people? Did any? Okay.
No.
Did you know any celebrities?
We're celebrities.
Maybe.
Like real celebrity, not us.
So I don't know if you ever seen the movie Mac and Me.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up if you haven't. So the one kid that's in that movie, my freshman year, he was in one of my classes. But
Nice.
I mean,
Other than that, no.
yeah, no.
That's cool. And then you said you have family in Wisconsin. What part of Wisconsin? Like, where do you go up there?
So like I don't know, Black River Falls, I guess you could say, Blair, Hatfield.
How far is that from like the Dells or like Madison or?
So
Is that
Madison's like right in the southern part of Wisconsin there, and Black River Falls, if you were driving from like Madison to maybe like the Twin Cities, like St. Paul, right?
Yeah.
It's about halfway through Wisconsin up there.
Okay. So my mom grew up in Minnesota, so okay. So we used to always go to Minnesota or Wisconsin every year, and Canada. That was our summer to go up and see my grandparents and stuff. So
we usually go up there in September for Labor Day weekend, and we stay with my cousins in their cottage, and on the lake, and we ride the trails with our side by sides, and tip the bottle and smash the throttle for 2, 3, 4 days.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
How many
They
years?
have giant mosquitoes.
I was to say, how many years you have in?
Let's see, what's today's date? So
Yeah,
the 10th of March. So I've been
You're
in
coming on your anniversary.
17 years, 4 days, or 17 years, 4 months, and 3 days. You ask any service member, they're going to take it down to the day. They know exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, especially when they're getting ready to retire.
Oh yeah. How many days do you have left? Well, I'm at 4 months or 4 years, 4 months, and like.
But then they'll go
days.
But that's my terminal leave dates,
right?
that's my
that's
official
my last day in the office.
Yeah, exactly.
You have it like a widget on your phone.
Actually, I'm not counting the days down. That was just beer math, and that was whiskey math.
Doing a quick count. So,
right.
what rank are you?
Sergeant first class.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do HR. It's the only MOS I've held in the Army. I'm going to get a lot of crap for this one. So I failed the colorblind test at MEPS, and it was like all they give me. Yeah.
It
was
happens.
like all they give me. I was like, which one gives me the biggest bonus? 42 Alpha. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. I love my job. It was one of the top 5 best decisions in my life I've ever done was joining the Army. It was great.
Right there with you.
Oh, yeah.
I came in, I was 20, I turned 27 in basic though. So I came in way late.
I was 31 in basic training.
Yeah. So
he beat
so
you.
you know.
I was old.
You weren't that late, Thomas.
Hey, they call me grandpa in AIT. So right there with you. Yeah.
Yep.
No, they called him grandpa too, for sure. All them kids. Hey, grandpa, come here. You
need to tell is it called a staff sergeant in Army? E7
is sergeant first class.
No. What is your drill sergeant? You should have told him to listen to your elders. Like, don't be yelling at me. You respect your elders.
Drill sergeant
that
can
one
be
over.
any rank, any NCO rank, E5 and above.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to
I
be.
would have been in giant
a
trouble.
staff sergeant. Yeah.
Typically staff sergeant, but very
Yeah.
rarely will you see E5s, but they're occasionally you'll see them. But yeah, staff sergeant, sergeant first class are going to be your main
Your
level
senior
drills.
drill is going to be a sergeant first class. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyways, yeah, did a few things before the Army. Dabbled in some stuff, some plumbing, EMS, firefighting, whatever, and skateboarding. The typical things. BMX, skiing. I was that guy that just had to do everything. I had to try everything at least once, and if I liked it, then I did it enough to be really good at it. Then I got bored with it and moved on to something else.
It sounds like some ADHD right there.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
I know, because I'm crocheting as
I'm sitting here trying to be calm. I'm like, okay, just
Yeah.
be cool,
Yeah.
No.
door.
Keep my face calm.
Right?
I
Cool,
can
man.
fidgeting
Be
all
cool.
over.
Nope.
But, yeah.
But you also have you have a lot of weather equipment in your.
I know.
You like
Yeah.
to,
What
do you got?
your hobbies?
Your hobbies.
Hobbies.
Oh man, I have so many hobbies. It really boils down to look, I like to do it in the dirt. You can take that two ways. Living in Kentucky, I'm going to say certain family members, my wife, wink, wink, I love you, babe. But, the weather we have here, the severe weather, tornadoes and stuff, right? So that frightens her, concerns her. So when we moved here, so I was kind of into weather, let's say meteorology, and tracking the barometric pressure and moon phases and where the moon was at. And when it comes to fishing, right? So I was a big fisherman back in Utah, which is where I came from. And all of that affects actually, whether you're going to catch, one fish that day or whether you're going to catch 50 fish that day, right? So it really does.
Nice.
So we moved here, and it interested me to be more knowledgeable on the weather and how to track it and how to see it on the radar, read it, right? Because you can't always just rely on your local news or anybody.
Yeah.
Right? In my opinion, you don't want to put all your trust into one thing, right? So
yeah,
I've self-taught how to read the radars. Have a weather station in my backyard, and pay a couple of extra dollars a month or a year to have the good weather app with radar to be able to read all the different angles and different things that the radar provides, to be able to say, all right, so this is what's coming, or this is, heck, this is 5 minutes away. Let's get downstairs in the basement instead of waiting for your phones and the alarms to go off and stuff. I'm seeing it coming. Hey, this could be headed our way tonight. So, we just put all the stuff downstairs in the basement. Or, they're saying, hey, there's a, tornado could be coming your way. Well, that's 50 miles to the south. It's not going to be anywhere near us. So we're just going to watch, NCIS or watch the latest podcasts of WKN. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, as long as we got internet and power, we're streaming it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those. I don't like tornadoes, so I appreciate you keeping us informed.
Oh, I'm going to be the guy that's outside filming it as it's.
I mean, that's me too.
Me.
I don't get.
I get so mad at him.
I'm just like, hey, let's.
I've
see
always
what's going
wanted to
on
be
out there,
Superman and fly, right? Everybody wants to fly.
Well, it was a couple of years ago when
I have control issues.
Bowling Green got hit really hard with that tornado.
Yep.
It was actually headed our direction in Vine Grove. It actually dissipated at about a mile out. But
from our house.
We were in bed, and
no, not the one in Bowling Green, the Mayfield one.
Was it the Mayfield one?
Mayfield.
The Mayfield. Oh, okay, yeah, I was watching that one.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
It
not
got close.
far away.
It got close.
How far
Yeah.
is Mayfield from Vine Grove? I don't even know where that's at. Which direction is?
It's actually really far, but that tornado ran on the ground for like 50
It ran
plus
on for a
miles.
while.
And it was coming
This
right for us.
tornado hit part of Vine Grove.
The
Outside
one that
of Vine
that killed
It-
all the candle maker people. Is that the right one? Maysville.
Yeah,
is
Yeah, that
the
would
one
be
over
the
there with
Mayfield
candle?
tornado. I want to say it was like December-ish, maybe 2 years ago.
It-
Yeah, it was a couple of years
It
ago.
hit like 3 states. Yeah. It went
Yeah.
through like 3 states.
Well, that particular part of the storm, yes, it did.
Yeah.
But because
That
that
one
tornado
tornado was several
formed
tornadoes.
and then went up and then reformed again. It
Oh.
came back down and then tracked for like 50 plus miles and then picked up and then
Yeah, because it dissipated about a mile from
Mhm.
or from us,
Yep.
and but we were in
His
bed.
mom had just moved here.
She had just moved here.
Oh,
Yeah, she had
I'm
just
sorry,
moved
Mom.
here. Yeah, she just moved here from Texas. So,
Oh,
so
then
she's
cool
familiar
with
with,
it.
but
She's
there's
used
no
to it.
basements or anything like that there. But she was down in our basement, and I was in bed. She kept calling and texting and saying, "Is everything okay? Are we good?" Because we'd hear the sirens going off here and there, and then it finally stopped.
Why don't we have basements in Texas?
They don't.
They
Probably because
don't.
of flooding.
There's no.
A lot
there's
of
not
places
really-
that have like
not in the-
hurricanes.
Because you might
in the
because you might
Dallas
hit
area-
oil when
in
you're
the
There's
digging.
Dallas
no
area,
hills,
you don't-
so
there's
there's
no
really no
basements.
basement.
because of the ground. It's hard to dig in.
Yeah.
It's really it's a lot of rock or clay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Caliche.
you can find them
Shale.
with basements, but it's very very few and far between. Most
They have
houses
storm
don't have
shelters,
basements.
no basement.
I won't have a house without a basement. I won't do it.
So,
Well,
but
they have above ground storm shelters too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no, there's no actual basements, especially where we were at in Carrollton, North Dallas area. But we had just got into bed, and I'm like, I'm staying right here. I'm not moving. And then also we hear the sirens going off, and I'm like, crap. I'm laying there for another like 5 minutes, it seemed like, and I'm like, shit, I guess I got to get up because Mom had just said, "Is everything okay?" Because I thought I heard the sirens, and then I was like, "Mom, everything's fine. Don't worry about it." And then not even 2 minutes, the sirens start going off again. I'm like,
I said when stuff starts flying by, I'll be in the basement. I'm watching
Yeah.
out the window.
Right. When you see
So,
the cow go by,
I just went ahead and
across
got
your
up,
window,
but-
they're like, all right.
and then we
I'm
stepped
heading
outside
down.
and was watching it, but we were watching the news channel too. We never actually lost power or anything, but yeah, but we found out it had dissipated about a mile from us. It was pretty intense.
yeah, which is a mile from you is probably where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably just west of you. I'm just outside of Vine Grove to the west,
Oh,
on
okay.
the other side of the golf
Nice.
course and through some field. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah. So what Jeep do you drive, or what vehicles do you have that are
Ah.
cool? I know we already talked about one.
All right, so yeah, so I currently am running. We'll just start with the smallest one, and we'll work up to the coolest one, right?
All right.
So I have a 2016 Razor 900 2-seater for the kids, right? You know, my kids are 22 and 18, so I say kids, but you know,
They're
for
still
anybody
kids.
who wants to drive
Still
it,
kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
Currently selling, if anybody wants it, a 2019 Razor 1000 with like everything extra upgraded on it. And we talked about the Trail or the Pro S, and then I have a 2001 Jeep TJ Sahara Edition. Do have a hard top on that one. I also have a soft top, and which leads us to how we met, right? Because
Yeah.
Brian's like, hey, so I see you got a Jeep there. Is this like a mall crawler? Or you actually go on the trails? And I'm like, no, man, I'll take this thing on the trails. And he's like, okay, hey, we're going down to Alabama in a couple of months. You should go. It's like right before, I don't want to say like November, right? Was when that.
Yeah.
November, December, yeah. 'cause
November,
we went in
yeah,
January.
December time. I don't remember.
So, you know, he kind of was like, you know, hey, you know, don't. Can I curse on here? Can I?
Yeah.
He's like, you know, hey,
No,
you
wait,
know,
I'm gonna have to
don't
start bleeping them.
right? You know, hey,
We
don't
bleep
push
out
out on
Fs,
me.
but
You're
that's
gonna
it.
show up. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like,
Say
all
as
right,
many
yeah.
F-bombs as possible so that it increases Thomas's editing time.
He also likes it when you flip him off.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
He
my-
loves this.
Woo, ducky.
Oh, snap. That's like
I was
3
about to
hours.
say.
On your
I was going
way.
to say.
3 hours
we-
right
so
there.
Like,
I'm
hold on.
thinking to myself, we've
There's going to
gone
be
so
like
far,
a
no
Yoda
Tweety
face
birds.
here and a Yoda face here.
Tweety bird, Tweety bird.
Oh, Thomas hates us
Oh.
right now. It's fine.
He's like, I'm just going to edit that out, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
He's just gonna blur us
Oh,
all.
hey, welcome to the
We're going
WKN
to cut the
Podcast.
commercial. And here's where we show Obi with his razor.
Yep. I'm just going to bleep out the whole side.
He's gonna
So-
bleep out the whole episode.
You can
It'll be
just blur everything except your face.
fine.
Like,
Anyways.
Right. Yeah,
Anyways,
so
yeah.
I decided to do some upgrades. It had a 4-inch lift on it, but at that point I was like, all right, I'm pulling the trigger, I'm doing it. Got adjustable control arms, got some Bilstein 5100 shocks for it. Ended up picking up a new front and rear axle that already had an ARB air locker in the front, and then basically an Aussie locker in the rear. So, over January, like right at the end of Christmas to the trip,
Yeah.
I was,
started.
axle swapping it out,
Nice.
cutting the frame with my neighbor and welding in frame supports and just, doing all that, put a ARB single compression underneath the brake there in the clutch cylinder. So put that in for the air locker, and it was like, all right, man, this thing's ready to go. So let's go. This is like days, I think the week before
Yeah.
the trip down
Yeah.
to Stony, which is why I'm wearing the hat and the shirt.
Yeah.
It's, I met you guys
Represent.
there, and that was a great trip, and
It was a
you
lot
guys
of fun.
invited me
That
on
was
this
a fun
podcast.
trip.
So yeah,
I feel like
had
everybody
so much
was
fun.
was trying to get their Jeeps ready. We had Scotty's Jeep in here for a couple days, and Thomas, were you doing something to yours too?
I don't. Nothing real.
I don't think so.
I don't think I was really doing anything.
No,
crazy
we
for
had done it before. We had switched your tires. We switched your 40s over.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had the clearance out your 40s.
then you had to go
Yeah.
down to Tiscon.
That's right.
And then you put the new 40s
Tire
on. Yeah.
Yeah, put the new 40s on, and then
we
found
had
out
to-
I
we had
needed
to
to
do some
clearance my
shady
fenders a little
shit.
bit more too.
To get your tires off.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. 8
Yeah, so-
hours later.
and I have more planned for it, but I've a Dana 44 rear axle right now in the garage that I'm gonna basically strip down and rebuild that and put that on there, and then
Oh, nice.
Nice.
just get rid of.
What
everything
gears are
else.
you gonna do?
So the new axles came with 488 gears, 488, however you want
Yeah.
to say it, 4.88 gears. Right. So somebody's gonna comment and go, no, it's 488. But it's 488 gears in there right now, or 488 gears, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna stay with.
Yeah.
And
In
it's
the
got
44s, that'll be good.
And you've got 35s, right?
No, I've got 33s.
Oh, 33s. Okay.
Yeah. But I do
Nice.
plan on going up to the Patagonia Milestars to the 35,
35s.
but that's it. I mean, really don't need much more than 35s, even though I say that, but I want to put 37s on my razor. So,
Right.
so yeah, my
The
razor
clearance
might
is
be more
nice.
Does TJ
35s.
have the 4-liter or the 2.5?
It's the 4-liter, yeah.
Okay.
Manual, 5-speed, right?
Nice.
So while you guys are just enjoying the trail,
Yeah.
gingerly with
Yeah.
the brake and the gas, I'm back there. I got it. Pa, 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 pa.
Yeah, just put it in
Mainly
second
gears.
and just leave it in there. You'll be fine.
It'd be okay.
Oh yeah, 4 low, first gear, drop the
4
clutch
low.
and just get out and walk next to it.
I feel like a 488 that'd be pretty low, but
So
oh yeah, especially
Scotty-
running
running
tire
488s
size.
on the 30
488s on 35s.
On 35s,
33s.
It was still on 33s,
Well,
but even 35s,
yeah.
it's
it's rough on 33s.
that's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a
I was
crazy
gonna say
crawl
you
ratio.
probably head up the second gear at least.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you-
So
Stony Lonesome was second gear the whole time. I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
even touch first. Yeah.
Right.
we have a video of Scotty walking his YJ up like that. Like he put it and he just like got out and walked beside it going up the hills.
Lady.
Yeah.
Whenever we went to the horses.
Yeah.
So that reminds me. It's funny.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
got.
you
a
I don't know if
you
he
got
was in
low,
first or
low,
second.
low
Yeah.
first gear, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
so.
a fan of automatic transmissions and off-roading. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Been off-roading since I think I was 11 when I first started off-roading, learning how to drive in a Suzuki Samurai or
there's probably
golf
some not
carts
sure
in
they're
the
bad,
desert, and right, you got to start somewhere when you're like
There's probably
11
some out
and
in the garage
12.
that are
Right.
black.
How do you feel about the Polaris with the CVT?
Look, I rip it until it breaks, and then I fix it and take it back out and rip it
Yeah.
again.
Till it breaks again.
Right. So
Yeah.
Joe in the group was asking me, what was it last week? He had Jeep problems last weekend.
He
Yes.
flooded his little Jeep. Yeah.
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 So
Was that his
So-
or his daughter's? Because his daughter just got that new one.
I think that was his.
Okay.
So we were talking about trailers and stuff. Like we talked on the phone, and he asked me, he's like, "Hey, so how come you run?" And I actually get this more often than you would believe. Is how come you have a Jeep and a side by side? Like, isn't that the same thing?
No.
And
No.
it's not, right? So the
Two
Jeep,
different worlds.
yeah, you're slow and then low, right? You're crawling,
Yeah.
you're out there and you're taking all day to do a trail, and that's the fun of it. That is the absolute best time, is when you're with a good group of people like yourselves, and you're out there just being technical
Having fun.
and you're
Yep.
having fun. That is Jeeping, right? And I've been doing that my whole life as well, since I was 16.
Well, with the side by side,
I wanna say,
you're
but
like
the
ripping
side-by-side-
through the trails as fast as you
But
can.
I need a
and-
side by
It's-
side to get ahead of the group to get
You
set up for
do.
the pictures.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody
Exactly.
past me, and then I can
Yep.
get back up there.
Yep.
Yep.
Just-
Tipping the
Absolutely.
bottle and smashing the throttle. It's you're hauling butt to the next stop, and then you stop, you get out, you drink for half an hour, you get back in, you run for another hour, you stop, you get out, you drink for half an hour, and that's all day. And you cover like
So
100 miles.
100 miles. I feel
Yeah.
like that's like why I want an XJ. Because
Dude,
like
you
if
don't want an XJ.
Yeah.
How many times do I gotta say it? You don't
I
want
would treat an XJ, I
it's
think like
the
a
XJ is a unibody frame.
If
right?
it
It doesn't even
whoa,
have a
hold
full
on.
frame.
That's my favorite Jeep.
Just saying.
XJ's
tear it
done
up.
done right can
Right.
actually be better than anything else out there.
Maybe. But I'm saying
My opinion.
if
Opinion.
you're
I would
gonna-
send the
if you're
shit
gonna-
out of
if you're
it.
gonna
My
waste all the
opinion.
money on that, then we ought to build the TJ that's I'm gonna sell in 2 months out back. Because that would be a rock crawler.
I just want a bouncer of some sort.
There you go, the
Well,
TJ.
You
Yeah.
don't need an XJ.
TJ.
See, I
We,
ain't
have,
selling it.
we already have a TJ.
Yeah, just take that TJ, cut some of the
It's either-
body, tube it.
Yep.
Tube chassis.
that is the
wontons.
plan.
Well,
And
not a full
2031.
tube chassis, but maybe.
He's gonna do the
Eventually.
44s on it, I think.
Yeah.
For a
Once she swaps her tons into her JL, then I'm gonna put the JL axles in the TJ. I'm gonna stretch it about 12, 14 inches.
Yeah. A lot.
18.
Like, yeah, I don't know about that. So we're not doing an LJ, but I'm gonna
Well,
go
I mean,
at least
so-
like 8-10 inches in the back, and then 3-4 inches in the front.
Oh, you can go a little
So-
bit more than that.
Maybe more than that. It
You can
depends.
do like 6 in the front and 12 in the rear, and then I mean, if
whatever,
you do it
whatever
right,
I can
yeah.
do with the Motobuilt back half kit. Like as far as I can get it back there, I want the rear tire sticking out past the rear bumper.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yep.
Yep. And then the front, as far as I can get it without having to do too much crazy stuff with the steering.
And then he'll never let me drive it.
I know
Well,
TMR
just-
makes a kit with a 4-inch front, and it has a relocation bracket for everything. But if you go much further than that, then I think
Hydraulic steering at that point.
you run into a yeah. I mean, there is that.
Yeah, she's like, yeah,
hydro.
hydraulic steering.
There is that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'll be a
yeah.
trailer princess anyway.
Yeah, I
so.
mean, we're gonna be trailing
At
it
that
anyway,
point.
so it
We
doesn't
should
really
be
matter.
trailering anyways. You never know.
Yeah.
I always trailer. Just
Well, we
Right,
have
I
a
mean-
camper, so I can't do that.
oh yeah.
I only got one thing. But again, if he does my fabulous idea of buying a tow truck, a flatbed tow
No.
truck,
So I was actually reading more into that today, and I think the reason that people don't do it is because when you have a tow truck and it weighs over the 20,000 pound vehicle rate, you have to get DOT tags and you have to stop at weigh stations,
Yep.
and that makes it a huge pain in the ass. Because it's not just like, oh, well, I'm gonna hook up a tow truck and pull my camper. Well, guess what? When you buy a tow truck, an F550, F650, you're a 26,000 pound vehicle, gross vehicle weight. And so you're over DOT. So you have to pay for the DOT number. You have to stop at the weigh stations on the way to make sure that you're not overweight. And then they charge you a bunch of extra fees anyhow. So I think
There's
that's
ways
why.
how
around
much
that.
does a tow truck weighs 26,000 pounds?
Well, it doesn't matter how much it weighs. It's the gross vehicle weight. So if we buy a flatbed that's an F550, and we put your vehicle on the back of it,
Oh,
then you're over the weight limit capacity. You're basically like a semi truck or anything else. You're gonna have to
So,
stop.
like-
You're gonna have to get weighed. You're gonna have to get the tags. Pay for that every year. You're gonna
Are
have
you
to have
talking a
a CDL.
rollback tow truck?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, that's what I want.
She wants to buy a rollback so she can put her Jeep on the back. Then we hook the camper up to the back of that, and then pull it wherever we need to go.
Or we'll hook another trailer up to the back and haul another Jeep.
But
double trailer.
whenever you mention that, it's like, well, I don't understand why more people don't do that. Like, that is a good idea. I get that. But
Because your first
but
trailer has to be rated
isn't
for that.
why isn't everyone doing that then? And this is why. Because
It
you have
costs
to-
more to have that.
because it
trailer
costs more
rated.
than that to do it. Because you got to buy a DOT license, you got to get a CDL, you got to get stop at the weigh stations, make sure you're not over capacity for every stop that you go
We'll just
to.
take back roads. We don't even have to get on interstate. They don't have weigh stations on back
Right.
roads.
Yes, they do.
If it was that way, then more people would do it. And I don't see anybody doing that. And it is a good idea. Like, it would work out. But
Nope. Flatbed.
know,
Put the camper
if
on the
you have-
flatbed.
if you
Make
have,
it a
if you have ideas
travel
about
trailer,
this,
and then
comment
you got
below.
the space on the back.
Yeah, if you have any ideas of workarounds that won't end
But
up in jail,
I don't think that
Comment
there's a
below.
workaround for it because, like I said, if
What kind of a
It is-
camper do you have? And then
We
you
got
just get
a
like
30
a
we
42
got
foot.
a 30
gooseneck.
foot we got a 30-foot
Just
level
get
Ultralight.
like a 40-something foot gooseneck.
Right.
Pull the camper up on
like a 45
Pull the
foot
Jeep up behind
a 45
it.
foot right.
Take
We've
off.
talked
That's
about
what-
that.
gooseneck,
Yep. That's what the Wheats
and then
do.
the Jeep behind it. Like
That's how the
way
Wheats
to
have their
go.
setup.
Because then when you put the camper on the trailer becomes a recreational vehicle. So it doesn't really matter how long it is.
Yeah.
It could be 60 feet. But if you marry it and take it to the DMV and turn it into one title, then it's an RV. It doesn't matter if it's, 55 foot long, 53 foot long. It's still
an
an
RV.
RV. And you don't have to do any of that. And that's why people do that.
Yep.
Instead of the way she's talking about.
well, so maybe we should buy the flatbed and put the
And now you
camper
know.
on it.
now
Now we have
you
an
know.
RV.
And now,
Now the gears are turning. She's like, okay, I'm
Right.
researching how
But-
to do this.
But the thing is, our camper is not a fifth wheel camper, and it's already 28 foot long without the. It's 28 foot long without the tongue. So it's a 30 foot with the tongue. So you're gonna have to basically buy a gooseneck camper, like a 25-foot gooseneck, set on top of the camper to go over the gooseneck, so you can have room for your vehicle on the back.
And then buy a new
Or-
vehicle to pull.
And that doesn't count.
Or
the
you
heating.
could just sell it and buy one that's already done.
You could, yeah. You see, like
100,000.
30 grand.
We know
40.
somebody that can do that. Contact Wheats Off Road.
I can do it myself. I can do it myself.
Yeah,
But-
it's not hard.
You just got to have the
Fabricate a couple of brackets. stick it on
equipment
there.
to do it,
Yeah.
to do so. Yeah.
And the
Again.
dollars.
Contact
And the-
Wheats
the
Off Road.
money.
They got the equipment to do it.
Yeah. We will
Wheats
have to have
Off-Road.
like a forklift or a tractor or something to pick the camper up off the.
Sylvia's
factory
going to be
frame.
working 7 days
I think-
a week for a few
I
months.
think they went
Yeah.
through. I think they had 2 forklifts when they did theirs,
Yeah.
and it was
I watched
still
the
pretty
video of them
sketchy.
putting it on the trailer. It was.
Yeah. It's pretty sketchy.
And then Mark
Probably
got,
worse.
and then he walked under the camper in the video.
Did he really?
Yes, and people were giving him shit in the comments about
I
that.
bet they
Like,
were.
they were like roasting him in the like, dude, like it's fine. You
It's
didn't
fine.
die, but still.
But did you die? No.
But did you die? Right.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
when y'all were unloading the.
It's like us
tire
standing in
changer.
front of. I was gonna say it's like us standing in front of you guys when you're coming up a hill. Like I'm standing in front of them.
Or better
Like
yet, when
Danny
we're,
almost trying to run over me on the trail. It's fine.
It's
I
all
didn't get
fine.
hit.
Yeah,
It's
he's
all
not gonna,
good.
he's not gonna hit us. It'll be fine.
or it's like when we're trying to get on our pedestals, flex ramps.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
There's
you gotta
like
hold
four
it.
people
Those
in front of
things
it
are
to hold it. They are.
they are sketchy.
Little
I'll
sketchy.
say that.
Or whenever I'm on the actual flex ramp and I'm getting ready to flip it over and you guys come stand on it for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also sketchy. We need a longer flex ramp for sure.
We do need a longer flex ramp.
We need to set up a GoFundMe for the longer flex ramp so we can build a real one.
I mean, we do use it for fundraising.
We do.
We do.
It's funny.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
So, non-profit organization looking for
There's no
8-foot
profit
flex
in it.
ramp.
People-
By the
people
way,
ask
we
us-
also want it on a trailer with wheels and
Yeah.
But we can do all that ourselves. Like we can do that
Yeah.
in the garage.
yeah.
It's just
We
that
see metal.
our flex ramp is what, like 8 feet long, maybe?
I went 100
How long's your trailer?
I did
Thomas?
104 or 108 inches.
It's an 8-foot trailer. So yeah.
So it fits on Thomas's trailer. It's 8 foot long at the base. It is a 20-degree ramp, right?
That's 25
But-
degrees.
25 degrees, right? But like Thomas's, Stacy's, Rich's, when it gets done, like everyone can easily get to the very top of the ramp. And whenever you get to the end of the ramp, then the front gets really
starts-
light because that's just the way it was built. People weren't meant to go up that high on
Up
our
that
ramp.
high.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, if you got like a
Yeah,
JKU
I mean,
or like a JL,
Sure,
but
like a
the
factory
little guys
JL,
at the TJs,
yeah,
our
well,
back tires are on the front.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and we got several built TJs at the events, and they'll crawl right up to the top. With
And
no
we're all
issues.
standing on the back of the ramp.
We're all standing on the back of the ramp, like trying to make sure the ramp doesn't like flop
Flip
over.
Yeah.
And so if it's going to be a 20-degree ramp, it needs to be at least 3 feet longer, probably 10,
Yeah. It needs to
12
be a
feet
little bit.
long, and
Yeah,
then
it needs to be longer.
like 5-6 feet high at the very top of the ramp, where ours is not
Yeah.
that high.
We should probably. I know we've already talked about it, but build an extension that we can take off and put on.
Attached to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
attached
thinking
to
that.
it, an attachment to extend
We
out
might be able
another
to figure out
like
something
4
like that.
feet,
I think
at least
really
4 feet,
like,
just to keep it from flipping.
or even if we could build on to the one that we got, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I have the
But if you
10-foot
build-
trailer, and even if the front extends a couple feet longer, then it can go over the tongue where the back is at the back of the trailer.
Yeah.
But it just needs to be longer for the vehicles that we have that are gonna
Safety, yeah.
Try to
Go
crawl
on
all the way
there.
to the top of it.
right.
Pretty much.
Where do you like to wheel at, Obi? I know that you wheeled with us, and then we see that you sometimes go to Blue Holler. Where all have you been?
Out here, like
Anywhere,
Well, everywhere. 'Cause
Anywhere,
we
yeah.
want to know, like, what's your
anywhere,
favorite
everywhere.
places ever?
Worldwide.
like my whole life.
Yep.
What's your favorite?
any.
Yeah, like, do you miss out west? Do you like it here better? What's your favorite out here? Yeah, tell us
I
everything. 'Cause
definitely like
we haven't got to go
out
west.
west.
Have you
Out,
been to
out
like
west.
Moab, Rubicon Trail, stuff like that?
Never Rubicon, near Moab, but growing up in Southern California, the Mojave Desert and the High Sierras, that was my playground.
Yeah.
Desert runs, going through the High Sierras. Never did get a chance to go on the Rubicon Trail, but I will.
Sure.
Yeah, we
We'll
plan
go in a
on
couple
it.
years. You can come with us.
Right. Well,
2037, we're planning on going to Moab.
well, next year, my neighbors and I, if you guys go to the Jeep Invasion in Pigeon Forge in August, they're
Yes.
going to be with us.
We'll be there.
So they have a JT. It's a mod crawler on like 35s. I mean, it's really nice, but she doesn't want to get it scratched up. Whatever. Like, we're taking it out.
Have her buy an action shield.
Right. But they have a side by side too. And
Goldilocks
so,
502 for discount code.
That's right.
right. So we're going to go out to Sand Hollow next March for the
nice.
off-road games. So so we plan on doing like a trip through Moab and then hit Sand Hollow and then come back.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Hopefully get some badges.
You all
along the
trailer
way.
or do you ship your stuff?
Trailer every time. If it's more than an hour drive, I'm gonna trailer. And
you have a trailer for yourself?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Just for myself, I've got the utility trailer that I brought the Sandy.
TJ.
That's what I call my TJ. Her name is Sandy, right? Because she's a Sahara. And she's a girl. She's always a girl. Don't ask me why. It just has to be that way. But I also use it for like, I don't know if I can talk about my side gig. Like I do lawn care and stuff. So my lawnmower's got to go on there too, right? And I use it for my side by side. I use it for everything.
Like
so
how long is your trailer? Like a 16-foot?
I think the deck on it alone is 18 foot.
Okay, 18. Yeah.
Yeah, 16 or 18 utility trailer. I had my 2001 ZJ on it when I moved from Utah to here.
Single axle?
Is it what?
Or is it a single axle or dual?
Dual
axle.
3,500 pound.
3,500 pound axles.
3,500 pound axles. Yeah,
Yep.
so 7K trailer.
Yep.
My neighbor Dave, he's got a heavy equipment trailer, which is a 14,000 pound trailer.
Yes.
He's also got an enclosed trailer, which is, I think, a 10K trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 10K trailer. But we did use that. I don't think the new machine or the Jeep can fit into it, so I'm looking to get some like smallies, 5x4.5 rims with some small street tires I could put on the Jeep or on the Razor.
Like
to
Sylvia
roll it
did
in there because it won't clear the roof. It won't clear the door coming in.
Thomas, you'll have to post that picture
Yeah.
of Goldilocks looking all stupid.
Yeah, we went to Pennsylvania, AOAA, and Roush Creek. Yeah,
so we went down. We borrowed
30s.
our buddy's trailer, Patrick, and I think it's like a 2022, but it was like the fenders weren't removable, so we couldn't fit her 40s in between the trailers, and they also were not drive over fenders.
Oh,
so
bad combination.
We put some factory JK wheels on it with 33s, so she had the 40s on the back.
Were they 33s or 31s? Because
they might have been 31s, but it was.
I think they were 31s. Yeah, because they were
shackled up in the back.
They were
like
31s.
This. And we drove it on the trailer, would fit in between, but then it wasn't far enough onto the tongue to get us the weight we needed on the tongue. So we drove it down there, and then on the way back, we ended up putting all 4 on, and so we could move it up farther. And she's got the 5.5-inch lift on her JL, but it has 31-inch tires with factory JK wheels that are 0 offset. They're flat on the front, so it can fit in between the fender wells. It looked
smart.
It looked pretty silly. Yeah,
we
did that.
Look, silly or not, it got the job done.
In the parking lot of where we were staying at the hotel, and he's like, "Man, that's a really good idea. I don't know why I spent all this extra money on buying a 108-inch wide trailer where I could drive over the fenders, where I could have just swapped the wheels out, I drove in between the regular one." But yeah, it was good times.
It did get ducked like that at a gas station.
Yeah,
so that was kind of fun.
And I tell you, the looks we got at gas stations going down with the 40-inch tires in the back and the 31s in the front.
Yeah, it was like a monster truck.
People were staring
it was like a Hot Wheel.
Like looking at it like, what is wrong with you guys? But
we're going down to the Jeep poles. Yeah, we're
that's right.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
it was what I liked. Yeah, like a pulling tractor with the giant ones in the back and the little bitty ones in the front.
It was funny. It was funny.
A PA trip was a fun trip.
It was.
We had a lot of fun.
Back.
Yeah.
So speaking
So
of
have
trips,
you went anywhere east? Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, man, squirrel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
I know.
Um,
You
I
know.
just want to know
so-
how long you've been around here because I have to make a list of where I want to go from where everybody else goes.
All right. So locally, let's just say Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and obviously Alabama because we went to Stony, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Turkey Bay, Dirty Turtle, Blue Holler, Inner Lake, which is up in Indiana,
Yep.
Badlands, Wildcat, Brimstone.
Where's Brimstone?
So down by Windrock, it's just west.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you could. I mean, if you really know the trail system there, you could probably stay on the trail and go from Windrock to Brimstone.
They're pretty
Oh,
connected.
snap.
It's
Okay.
like, yeah. So you have. Trying to flip it around here. So, just north of Windrock, you have Royal Blue, Tackett Creek. So I've ridden all through there. I'm going to Windrock in about a month, just over a month, with my cousins from Wisconsin and my neighbors. We're going down there for a side-by-side trip for 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So we're going to go down there and just rip it up. It's going to be great. And did I say Turkey Bay? Turkey Bay.
You did.
You did. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been there on a
We
four
went
wheeler,
there
and
when
I've
we were, young and riding four wheelers, and that was a lot of fun down there. But we haven't been there in Jeeps yet.
Well,
I don't know
we
if
can
there's
go
one
in
in
Stacy and I've
Jeepsville.
never been there.
They got a badge of honor trail.
They do.
I heard. So same
Yeah.
with the Badlands. We haven't been to the Badlands in 20 years. We were in high school and we went to four wheelers. So you've been to Badlands. You said that's one of your favorite. Tell me which ones we should go on. Tell us what we should do. Like, is there anything specific that we should either stay away from or go on?
I'll have to.
Like you can't go without.
40s and
No.
What do you know about the quarry? What do you know about the quarry? Like the purgatory
I've
and
been all
axle
through
breaker?
the quarry. Yeah. Look,
How's the axle breaker?
going into the quarry, just you'll pull into it and do what you want to do. I mean,
Okay.
there's some
That's
things
kind of what I
that
was
are.
hoping.
Yeah, it's you can pull into that and do some small stuff, and then you can do some stupid stuff, right?
That's what I was thinking about having
But
lunch
you're not
there.
going to
Maybe
go
and look at
rolling down
people.
a mountain, 4 or 5 times. I mean, you might roll over and tip off of something. No big deal.
Yeah.
Easy recoveries there, unless you're way back in there. But yeah, the rock quarry is it's tame as far as size and accessibility. But if you want to like really do some stupid stuff, they got some stupid stuff there. Yeah, for sure.
I think purgatory is the stupid stuff, so that's on my list.
Yeah, that's
An
all
axle
like that
breaker.
same area back
That's
You
there.
know-
Yeah, we're not
Dude,
doing
you don't
that.
need to break any axles or roll over on Badlands.
I'm not Catholic anymore. I don't believe in purgatory.
You
so
have
what's
to
good?
you have to drive down to work every day.
But they have everything, a little bit of everything there. They have, creek runs, hill climbs, sand, technical
Yeah.
stuff, rocks,
Yeah.
obstacle course. Yeah, they have a
Little
lot
bitty
of stuff
circles
there.
that you race around inside
Yeah,
in the sand dunes. Yeah.
I got a couple of videos of
But, yeah. We did those
with
in
like
the four
3 or
wheelers,
4
and those were
machines
fun.
just
Yeah.
going round and round in
You
there.
get in there and you're
chasing
like,
each other.
just
You
like
can't see the
hammer-
guy behind or
hammering on
in
the
front of
throttle.
you.
Yeah.
You're,
Tell you
you're
stop.
doing 40 miles an hour.
You-
Like, God, I hope they
They
don't
get
wreck.
this little bitty circle donut, and then you have to like ramp out of it
Yeah,
to get out of there because it's like 6-8 feet deep.
Oh damn.
Like,
easily.
you dive down in
Used to
there,
be,
and you're
yeah.
like, oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got to
Yeah, we would
hammer
chase
just to
each other
stay
on
on the
four-wheelers.
walls because it's a 30-40 degree like embankment.
It's like a
And then they
donut.
have the
It's like a
serpentine
donut, but
there.
you're like rolling around it like, okay, I got to get out of here, and then you're like, oh,
How do I get out?
How do
Yeah.
I get out? Then you send it over
I
the
got a guy
hill, and
right
then you're
behind
out,
me.
and-
I'm going to have to jump out.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
so the
That's gonna be
tunnels
fun.
that everybody goes through,
Everybody
is
goes through.
Goldilocks too big for that, or is that will I be able to go through those? It's
Well,
kind
I
of
guess
big.
you'll find out when you pull up to it.
Right.
Well.
That's what I said.
As your ears and your your flag is like hitting the top going
Yeah.
through.
Well,
Slowly.
my husband and my friend Scotty Doo was supposed to make me a thing, but Brandon Weddle's Jeep took too long.
Yeah.
So
So,
just know when you're
3
going
weeks.
through the
so if I
tunnels.
lose my ears, it's Brandon's fault.
3 weeks for
Right.
the lift on Brandon Weddle's Jeep. He
And
backed it
his
out,
transmission
drove it home,
broke
and the transmission went out on the drive home.
on the way home from the Jeep meet.
From the
It was
meet
so
Thursday.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the
That's
meet,
Sylvia's
like,
fault because she said the only
I
thing they
did
didn't
say
fix
that.
was the transmission.
It is Sylvia's fault. She did say that. And then
If
the
I had
transmission
money,
actually
I
went
would
out.
I would take full responsibility, but I'm poor, so I can't. do that.
Yeah,
You'll make it.
we can't afford that. So sorry, buddy.
There's
So,
a
yeah, so I
TJ
don't
that's
have-
sitting in the backyard graveyard that you could take the
He needs
transmission
he needs a
temporarily.
Duramax Cummins swap with the transmission that he has in his GMC 2500, and he can
There you
just
go.
swap it in there,
There you go.
and it'll be perfect.
Have you been to S'more yet?
No, that's one of the places I want to go. Small.
Are you going with us on Memorial Day, or do you already have
Oh.
plans?
Pickett. I've been to Pickett State Park. By the way, they closed like 60% of that place. But yeah.
Where's Pickett State Park at?
Pickett is just south of Cumberland.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You know, there's a lot of places in Kentucky that we haven't been yet. Like
Oh,
so
yeah.
many that are like hardly even
Hollywood,
known.
Leatherwood, Black Mountain,
Yeah.
Cole.
Oh, there's a ton.
Bobcat.
There's a bunch.
Monday,
Harlan,
Coal Mine,
yeah.
sorry, Coal Mine.
We definitely want to hit up Black Mountain. That's like a fun trip.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe we could do that in June.
The Lions Den, though, I don't know about that because you're getting roof damage going through that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna
just
bust
do,
out
like-
my windshield. I'm too tall for that one.
5 days at the Hatfield and McCoys.
So
Yeah,
that
we've
was
never
actually
been, but
on my
we're
list.
down.
That was actually on my list to do in February, but then it ended up not working out because it was people are romantic.
October.
So nobody wanted to go with
From
us.
what
Freaking
I've heard,
Valentine's
October is
Day.
like the best time to
Valentine's-
go through there.
Yeah, so but that was whenever all the floods came, so we would have got flooded.
It's a
and I would've
made up
been
holiday
mad.
anyway. Just saying. Anyway, carry on.
He's just
Valentine's
lucky
Day.
that I don't like it. So he
Valentine's
doesn't
Day.
buy me
Yeah.
flowers.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's. Times.
No.
Nice.
Valentine's.
It's a made up holiday, so why can't I just make up the word? too?
Right, you can make up the words.
That's
Freaking Hallmark made it up so they could make more money on cards and flowers.
Okay, let's
and crap.
not have a lesson on Valentine's as well as
Anyways,
daylight
We've
savings.
already had a history lesson on the daylight savings, so that'll be next week, Valentine's
week.
Day.
So did
All
you
right,
say
next
so
week's
we
five?
history
next
lesson,
week, I'll look at
Valentine's Day.
something on Valentine's.
WKN.
Did you
we
say
talk
you did
about Santa
5?
Claus and Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Did you say you did 5 days at Hatfield and McCoy? That seems
No,
excessive.
that's what I want to do.
Okay.
At
Full
least
5
5
days.
days. Yeah.
Is
At
it a big
least
enough
5
park
days.
for that?
Are you overlanding? Honey, it's not a park. It's like a whole trail system.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like
Okay.
like
It's
a
like the
dozen trail
KAT.
systems.
Yeah, it's like the
Gotcha.
yeah.
It's like the
Kentucky
KAT.
Adventure Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
you couldn't-
talking Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, I think parts of
Nice.
North Carolina. So I
It's
mean,
a
the
big
trail
circle.
system encompasses like 4 states, I think.
Are you just gonna like overland or what? Because you couldn't like go back to your campsite every night.
Well, yeah, you just rent a cabin and you just pick a different trail system.
Okay.
You know,
I
whether
see.
you're doing Outlaw,
Stressful.
Pocahontas, or
Well, like we were talking about
There's-
Rubicon Trail, I don't think they have campsites in between. Like you get on the trail and you start and you take
you
off
get on
down
the
it,
trail,
and
you're there,
and
till you
then
get
you're-
off, yeah.
you're sleeping in your Jeep if you
You're
know
overlanding.
you're overlanding if you're there too late, and then you just wake
I
up in
mean,
the
you
morning.
call
and-
it overlanding. I just
Keep
throw
on-
up a hammock
yeah.
between 2 trees.
Right,
and-
or you just
Eat
leave
some
the seats
pokey
back
bait.
and sleep in your Jeep, whatever it is. But yeah,
I always have a
You definitely
hammock
wanna
in the
check
back
that
of
out.
the Jeep.
Yeah.
Always.
Nice.
Because you can always string it between a tree and the Jeep and take a
Yeah.
nap.
I guess you could. That's a good plan.
Yeah. Always bring a hammock. And some MREs.
Right.
Always got food.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. But so, yeah, I've done a lot of off roading. When we were in Arizona, I had a 2001 XJ that I built up. And so, what I noticed the other day, like on the Jeep Badge of Honor app, that the trail, the back way to Crown King, is actually on there now. I've got some videos and pictures that on like my Facebook or something of us doing that trail with our XJ. And then I know outside of Las Vegas, because I lived there for like 15 years, and on the other side of Mount Charleston, there's a trail that I've done before, either in my Jeep or previous off-road vehicles, let's call it that. That I've done that trail, which is now a badge of honor trail. I'm like, man, look at all of these trails I've done over the years, and they're badge of honor. Dang it, I want to go back in time because, like Brian said, I'm on the Jeep badge of honor trail hunt
mission.
Yeah,
I'm loading it up. I'm going to hit them all. Someday I will have every single one of them on there.
Yep.
That'll be a lot of fun.
So are you going with us to S'more? Because they have them there.
What's the dates?
Memorial Day weekend.
So that's my daughter graduates high school.
That screwed us last year.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it sure did.
That happened to us last year.
It was supposed to be that weekend before,
and
or
snow days
before Memorial Week. Yeah, but the snow days now they're saying that graduation might be into June. So things may change if they push graduation.
Yeah, if they push it back, then hit us up.
Yeah, if they push it to the right, then let's go. I mean, I hope you don't mind if I decide to bring a side-by-side on the trailer with the Jeep, and then
come on
the Jeep, and then go, all right, I'm going to do some hot laps.
You can ride Stacy, and you can go first, and then she can get videos. Pictures.
Trust me, you're going to get in that thing, and we're going to be ripping 60, 70 miles an hour down the trail.
We'll get up there. We'll start drinking.
Floating through it.
There's no telling what they'll
I want one
come
of
up
these.
with. Oh, no, I've been wanting one. Somebody won't let me have one.
Thomas, buy Stacy a side-by-side. What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
camper,
too bad you guys don't know
side-by-side,
somebody with one for sale.
You got to buy all of it.
All of it.
This OnlyFans thing is just
it keeps getting closer and closer to a reality.
It's not like, we would never do
drive the F-250 that pulls the camper with the side-by-side, and you drive behind the Gladiator.
Yeah, it's like feetfinder.com, only feet, like OnlyFans, only feet, picture of a foot right here. No,
right.
That's on the paid
picture
side.
of Savannah.
Yeah, there's Savannah.
Yeah, she's gone now.
And she's gone. Oh my god.
Wearing my boots.
Oh my goodness.
So I love off-roading. I've been doing it my whole life. It's something that I mean, there's nothing like being out in the middle of nowhere with your friends, having a good time, and not a care in the world. Whether you're on a four-wheeler, or whether you're on a side-by-side, or whether you're in a Jeep, or whether you're in a
doesn't matter. It's a nice escape from reality.
Yeah, exactly. Suzuki Samurai, whatever gets you out there. I mean, I've seen Honda Civics out there, Volkswagen Bugs, out running the trails.
Me too, Stacy.
Man, we loved being on.
I roll mine too.
I had
my four-wheelers.
I had a blast on four-wheelers.
It's just being away.
I still
from
have
people.
One.
But being away from not people, society, and then being with the people you enjoy being with, that you choose,
and you're not on your phone, and you're not thinking about
no cell service.
No cell service. Yes, no cell service. So
you're not thinking of anything, but
you're not thinking of anything, but like just having fun and being out in the middle of nowhere, and like that's the hidden joy in all of it. Yeah, that's what
people pushing you to push yourself and.
Right.
And then the camaraderie too, because I feel like anytime, especially if we have new people, and there's this one lady who comes with us, we freaking love her, and she has a TJ, and everyone's like, she like broke down on the trail 5 minutes into the trail, and you could tell that she was just like mortified. No one cared. Everybody got out. They fixed her up.
Yeah.
Yes, and she was like, just thanks so much. Pretty much like, if you want to go on, just leave me. I'll go. Like, hell no. We're gonna fix you right now, and then we're gonna keep going because that's what off-roaders do. And then we were in a trip, where he lost his hydro steering.
Ooh.
Went just completely out. And the boys jumped up there and got that fixed. It's just it's not like, oh well, that's not my Jeep, or oh I don't know them. It's all hands on deck.
Yep.
this, and they don't, if once you're on a ride with us, you're family with us. Like that's how, at least that's how we always are. Like you're WKN. As soon as you're WKN, if you want to be or not. But if you're on a ride, you're like we're besties now. So that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And well, you can tell that even just from our little chat.
Yeah.
Like, we all keep talking. I'm like, now which one is this? Which one is this? But yeah, as soon as you get out there in the woods, I don't know. I feel like everybody just becomes instant besties.
Yeah. My side-by-side group, the Misfits, which is the sticker that's on the back of my Jeep, right?
Yeah.
We're all the same way. I met them through another buddy. We ended up going out on the trail. There was like 10 stinking machines, and boom, we're all family. We all hang out. We go out to the parks, spend the weekend together and have a great time in the woods. And
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I do feel more connected to my wheeling Jeep friends for sure. I feel like it's just way different than like, they'd be like my army buddies. That's fine. Yeah. My dad was a Green Beret, so actually he hated everybody. He still hates everybody. So I take more after my father.
he did like his monkey in Vietnam. He had a pet monkey. He went out on duty one day, and then they killed the monkey and ate him for lunch.
Ate it.
And he was
devastated.
He was,
I'm surprised he didn't murder everyone in camp.
Hey, look, there's nothing like trauma bonding when you're on 33s and everybody's on 40s and you're on a 5 out of 5 trail, and I'm like, man, if I'd have known we were coming down here,
that second day, I think
you'd
had it.
Oh wait, there's a video of me saying that. Man, if I knew we were
pretty
coming
sure
down
I'm
here,
done.
I'm pretty sure I'm done here. Like I didn't sign up for this.
I think I'm done. I think
I'm gonna go home.
We're gone too far.
But if you weren't done,
but if you weren't done, you know what? Falling.
Yeah. If you weren't done, what we would have done next, we would have just pulled you through everything. You would have thought you were done, but you wouldn't be done. We're just gonna
drag you through short wheelbase and short tires. I was, weaving through all the rest of that stuff. Like there was nothing.
That's how Scotty only had 37s that one weekend, but he follows. That's like his claim to fame is that he follows us 40s everywhere we go. He just
on leaf springs and 33s. Like it don't matter.
He just has to be more creative. He just has to be more creative.
He just picks his own line and goes, and he makes it more than half the time.
Especially when we did Trail 16.
And he probably has more fun than us, too. Yeah. Because now that our ship's so big, we literally can just bump over whatever we want.
Nobody likes a bragger.
Right.
I'm just saying. Sometimes
you're right. But you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, like the one hill that when we were stoned.
Yeah. Just go backwards.
That I decided to drive backwards down. Y'all said, just go down it backwards.
Which one?
Okay.
Okay.
The one that a lot of people had to be winched up.
It was right there at the end of the first day.
Day
one.
At
the end of day one.
Yeah.
Well, I sat at the top and everybody hooked to me, and then
I just kind of walked up the same side everybody was struggling on.
Day 2, everybody went right up it.
Yeah,
you're like halfway down the line, and somebody got this hero complex. She's like, I'm going to go up front and pull everyone. And she
was second in line.
Drove around everyone, and she went up to one side, and she stopped there and was like, okay, now what?
It was just a sloppy
I could get up the other side.
It was very sloppy.
Yeah, it wasn't wet.
Apparently,
it was a lot of
I have
fun,
a hero complex where I want to help everybody, so I'm sorry. I didn't realize it.
Everybody's there to help everybody. Everybody's there to help everybody.
Even if Sylvia knows she can't help, she's still trying to help.
I'm still going to try to help. Yeah.
It's funny. It's like I was like,
but day 2 was so fun. Like we hit some really good trails in Alabama on day 2. That was one of the best trailer days that I think we've had. Besides the
Widowmaker. So I'm having my neighbor. I'm not having. I asked him, like, hey, can you make one of these, another one of these Jeep Badge of Honor things, but custom make it? And of course, they can't use the Jeep because it's trademarked, right?
Trademarked, right?
But yeah, and so he started looking for files and stuff on how to make it because we were talking about on the trail doing like our own badge of honor, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
WKN.
I could probably 3D print them actually.
Yeah, WKN Trail.
Yeah.
Stony Lonesome Trail, bootleg the Widowmaker,
Yeah.
right? And then so make our own WKN badge of honors.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, like,
That would be kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
That's the thing. I support that 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Heck yeah.
I know
Yeah,
it was funny that they had a Widowmaker too, and then on Widowmaker is when that damn tree fell. Oh yeah,
I
He
think
made,
that's
he made
cool.
that, your buddy?
My neighbor, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty
Mhm.
nice.
40 ounces of refreshment, you know what I mean? Which
What is
I'm
he?
empty
What kind of
already.
machine does he have to be able to do that?
I have no idea.
Probably a laser engraver.
Yeah.
Several.
It's probably, yeah.
several
Several
lasers.
different ones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So yeah, all right. So we've
I
been.
think I sent that link
No,
into
go
the
ahead.
group,
Go ahead,
you
Obi.
know, on this cut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send it. Get him some business maybe.
No,
Okay.
I sent it the other day.
Oh,
Okay.
you
The
did?
day that they made that, they posted a video. Yeah, if you look to the group chat, it's like
Yeah,
a
we-
TikTok
we
video.
All
probably,
right.
we probably missed that one.
Well, make
The
sure to
number
send
of
it to
chats that
Thomas
were on.
again individually. That way he can
Yeah.
put a link in the chat, the
The description.
I'm
the
looking
description
for
of the
it.
video.
I do get an annoying amount of Facebook messages and text. So every once in a while, I do miss.
Yeah.
I get
Daily.
so many. Because
Oh,
my
it's really
job
easy.
to all my clients, I message every client every day, so that's like between 10 and 15. It's a lot.
Yeah.
My phone is constantly dinging.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, while Stacy's looking, we're going on the 2-hour mark.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good
It goes
job.
fast.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
Yep.
It goes
Yep.
fast.
So just
It
sit
was
here,
great
just
to have you on.
chatting, hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what? Thanks for having me.
Anything
I'm
else you
honored
want
to
to
be
throw out
here.
there before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, I'd be honored. I don't know. Hey,
As-
you know.
And then you get here, you're like, yeah, I wish I wouldn't. I wish I wouldn't have
No.
said
Hey, look. Anytime
that.
you need another last second person to be on that. No, I'm
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's how
we-
Well,
Scotty
we were
is
discussing. That's
sometimes.
kind of my fault because I
Anytime
was
you
under the
want.
weather for a couple of days, so I didn't want to text or message nobody. So I
But
probably
if
should
we
have
have
just said, "Hey, Stacy, hit
somebody
Obi
else
up
to
for
talk
me."
to
Yeah.
besides just
Anytime.
ourselves rambling about the
Well, we
Yeah,
did
it's much
today.
more fun
last
to
week.
What
have.
we did
It's
today.
always better.
Yeah.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
Anytime you want me on, just let me know. Just give me like an hour's notice and I'll jump on. You know, I've
Sweet.
got a plethora of useless knowledge in my head.
We love it. We
Yeah.
love it.
Perfect.
We
Perfect.
love it. Plus, if you're wheeling,
Well, we
content,
covered,
lots of stories.
daylight savings time history in this.
Yep.
Right?
And
That might have been-
Valentine's Day.
We talked
That might
about
have been before the
Stony,
podcast.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's.
Valentine.
Times.
Times.
Times. Valentine's
Times.
Day.
Anyway.
It's like if it's Happy New
Podcast.
Year's or Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
No, it's Merry New Year.
I got an
There it is.
ideal. Ideal.
Yeah.
IDEAL.
Idea.
Yeah.
I got an
That's a big
ideal
one in
about
Kentucky, I feel like.
this.
And then I think people do it to me more because they know that I'm like,
Idea.
Especially.
Especially, yeah.
yeah, I love that one. Or what is it? Is it?
Instead of specific, it's Pacific.
Yeah, yeah.
Specifically.
Specifically.
Specifically
So-
talking about
Specifically.
Specifically.
So I knew this teacher, and she was an older lady. She was one of the grandmas of a girl that Savannah cheered with, and she said things like that, and she was serious. And one of my rude days, I was like, "Girl, like you cannot be a teacher and enunciating or making up these damn words. Do you say war? You do, don't you? That this is the reason our kids are dumb.
Or
Stop." Yeah.
Or
And I was like, "Gail, you gotta
cat.
stop."
gotta go wash my clothes.
I'm like, I can't handle it.
WRSH.
I can't handle it. I thought at first she was joking, but I was like, no, like you're actually teaching little kids. Stop it. Like, stop it. Don't do that. It's terrible. I
And on
can't.
that note.
Anyways, hit us up for some WKN. merch.
Anyways.
Yeah.
ask me back anytime. I'd love to come back. You guys are
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Amazing. I can't wait for the next trail ride. We need to do a Turkey
Oh, yeah.
Bay.
We definitely.
I know,
need to-
yeah.
We
Well,
did.
in
Yeah,
June,
it's a
I don't
day
think
trip.
we have anything planned in June yet. So
Okay.
we'll.
No, we don't. Yeah,
Turkey
we're
Bay is a day trip.
we're not going to do
For sure.
Wind
We're
Rock
trying
like
to
we
find. We're
originally
trying to find
planned.
like a couple day trips soon because we have a lot of weekend trips, but
That would
You
be
don't
like
really
a
have any
5-hour
business.
drive for us, I think, down there.
it's 3.5, I think.
To where?
It's
Turkey
2.5
Bay.
for us.
Yeah, so I think it's like
Is that
Down to
3.5.
Turkey? Yeah, it's
Maybe
like 2.5.
maybe
from here,
3.5.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I was thinking it was further than that.
But
Yeah,
they have a
that's a
campground right
day
there
trip.
too.
It's a straight shot. It's
Gotcha.
literally like a straight shot. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's enough to do more than one day.
No.
Yep.
Cruise through there
I'm down.
and yeah, just make a big loop and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
So
Sweet. Well, if there's anything else, but hey, like, subscribe, join all the fun stuff. You know where we're
Yep,
at.
we'll be back. Same time, same place.
See y'all later.
Later.
see you guys.